everybody, welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today we're going to make a bundt cake. We're going to make a coconut bundt cake. So I have one of these Dolly Parton's Southern style coconut box cakes. She has partnered, I think, with Duncan Hines. Yes, she has. She has partnered with Duncan Hines, and they are, she's doing some specialty cakes. I don't get nothing for this. I just am tickled to death that it's a 50, let's see what hers is. Hers is a 15.25 ounce box, just like regular Duncan Hines cakes are. Now, I put that in my stainless steel KitchenAid bowl here. Then I'm going to put in four eggs. I had somebody complain the other day because they said I didn't need to get the extra out of the bowl. Said it was overkill. I said, okay. I'm gonna put in 1 cup, I'm gonna guesstimate about 1 cup of sour cream. I'm sorry, this is just the way my mother always was. She taught us kids, you don't waste. My father did too. And it was just born and raised in me, and I don't know any other way. I'm sorry if it bothers some of you, but I can't do anything about it. I'm gonna put a 1/2 cup of oil in it, 4 eggs and a 1/2 cup of oil. Then I'm going to put 1 cup, and I'm going to show you this. I have a lot of people say, I can't find this, and I'm going to explain this to you. I've got a spoon in there. I stirred it. It's Coco Lopez. Coconut, cream of coconut. And see, a lot of people use this. I don't, but they use this for mixed drinks and stuff. It will be in your supermarket aisle over where the mixed drink powders and things like that are. Ask somebody. It's Coco Lopez is the brand. You might have a different brand at your store, but this is cream of coconut. So I'm putting 1 cup into the cake. This stuff's so good. Oh my goodness. And this is one of those things you want to get every drop out of your measuring cup. So good. Okay. We've got the 1 box of cake mix. We got a coconut, Dolly Parton coconut cake mix. We've got I'm going to put in a 1.35 ounce box of, this is just French vanilla, because I'm putting French vanilla in, and it's a 3.4 ounce. I'm putting that in because we don't have we can't find around here, we can't find the coconut instant pudding. Coconut instant pudding. If you can get that coconut instant pudding, be sure and get it and use that in place of the vanilla instant pudding or cheesecake. You can use either one of those. Okay, and I'm going to put a tablespoon of coconut extract. I didn't get it all the way to the top. I didn't want to pour it over. So 1 full tablespoon of coconut extract. We put in a 1/2 cup of oil, and you can use canola oil. You can use just, vegetable oil. But, and then we're gonna beat this up real good. We're gonna mix it for just a minute to get it stirred up, about a minute. And then we're gonna beat it for a couple of minutes to mix it completely. I've got my oven preheating to 350. So we'll be right back and I'll show you what comes next. Okay, I've just got my cake all beat up good. I beat it about a minute on slow and 2 minutes on high. And I took my pan coating. If you say, hey Nan, and I coated my Bundt pan. This is about a 12 cup Bundt pan. And I love the pan coating. It does not let anything stick. But I'm gonna put now, let me see if I can get one of my measuring cups. I just washed these. I'm gonna put about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of sweetened flaked coconut. So I'm going to put about, I'm not going to pack it. I don't pack my coconut. And I'm going to put about, as soon as I can get this out, we'll put 2 cups, just loosely cups of coconut in there. Mercy sakes. Took me longer to do that than to do the whole cake, didn't it? Probably. Whew. Now I'm just going to fold this. I'm going to show you this is sweetened coconut flakes. Sweetened coconut. If you say, hey Nan, I don't want to use the sweetened, then use the unsweetened. You don't want to use the sweetened, use the unsweetened. I'm just going over and over. Now, I'm going to pour this into my pan. Like I said, I've got my oven preheated. It hurts my hand. I'm gonna have to figure out a better way. This will be a full cake, you know. It will need all 12 cups of this Bundt cake in order to bake this cake. It's a big cake. Let me see. Get that coconut off of there. Okay. So, oh Nan, you put your finger in there. Let me tell you something. I just got it out of dishwater, washing dishes. My hands are clean. My hands are clean. Now, my oven is already preheated, 350. It's going in. We're going to bake it. Hang on. While I was preheating that oven, I had some eggshells that I was drying off and getting ready. I'll crisp those. They're good for your plants. Okay, put that in there. And we're going to go for about 50 to 60 minutes on that, okay? So we'll see you back whenever it gets ready. We'll come back because we're going to be making some frosting to go with it. Let's get some frosting going for this, okay? While our cake is still in the oven, it's got about 10 more minutes. That'll give us a little time to get our frosting put together. I've got 1 8-ounce cream cheese that is room temperature. And I've got 1 stick of, this is just unsalted butter. Tell the truth, I don't think it really makes any difference in this cake. We're going to be putting some salt in here, so that's why I used unsalted. Okay, now let's try a little bit of beating here. Okay, this is my cordless. Has so many people ask me what this is, but it's a cordless KitchenAid mixer. Just going to sling off my beaters a little bit. Now, I got 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'll try my best not to make a mess, but this always happens. You'll see it go everywhere. But when you're doing this, I recommend that you sift your powdered sugar. I know that sifted 5 times is about what they say the powdered sugar is sifted, but see if I can get the rest of that in there. Now, I make a mess with this. There's no doubt about it, okay? And if I need to add just a little bit more powdered sugar, I can. If I need a little bit less, I can add just a little bit. Let me get them little balls that's down in there and press them just a little bit. Now if I need to add just a tad bit more, let me get my little cloth. What did I do with it? I swear, there it is. If it's a snake, it'd just bite me. I've told y'all this. Let's get this cleaned up. Sorry, just don't want a messy place. Next, I'm going to put in about, this is just a teaspoon. So I think I need a couple tablespoons, if you're going to say it. Now listen, I want this to be real coconutty, but I'm going to tell you, if you're using this frosting for anything else and you don't want it to be coconut flavored, all you have to do is leave that out and instead use 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. I'm just going to use about maybe a half a teaspoon of that was coconut extract. Now let's see if this little oh, hang on a minute. I'm going to put just a pinch of salt. About a 1/8 of a teaspoon. Just a pinch. That put in 8 ounces of cream cheese. And a half a cup of unsalted butter. A pinch of salt. At least 2 heavy tablespoons of your Coco Lopez. See, I had that left over where I used a cup. I don't have to worry about it going to waste because it's so good you could just about drink it. And if you say, well, Nana, I don't want to use that, puts more sugar in it, then just use coconut milk. Just use that. Put just that little bit left. I might add just a little bit more powdered sugar. Just a little bit. Look at my poor little, I need to put it in a container, but I don't. You want an icing consistency. Just going to put and see if that gives me the consistency I'm wanting. That was about 1/4 of a cup. I've got another recipe that I use. It calls for 5 cups. It's just, this probably was about a 1/2 cup total that I added, so that was about 3.5 cups. But I added a little bit more of the, I added just a little bit more of the Coco Lopez, you know, the coconut cream stuff. So that's what made it a little bit, needing a little bit more. I'm gonna have to rest a minute. I smell my cake. Let me check it. Hang on, and we'll be back. Okay, that made about 3.5 cups of powdered sugar. I'm just gonna beat it a little bit more. And we're gonna set this in the refrigerator. Just let it chill a little bit while our cake, I baked my cake 55 minutes on 350. "55 minutes. Whew. Got that thing powdered all over like it's Christmas or something. But there's another cake recipe that I use for cream cheese icing, and it calls for about 5 cups, 5.5 cups. And I'm just going to tell you, look at that, how pretty. That's just way too much sugar, since I've already got, you know, some sugar in that Coco Lopez coconut cream. I'm just going to put this in the refrigerator. Hang on with me just a minute. If I can find a place to put it. And we'll let our cake, we'll let it thaw, listen to me, cool. And let me get my thing over here. Pretty warm. We're gonna wait on it to cool, and we'll take it out of the pan. Let's get our camera adjusted there. We've got our icing. Look how pretty our cake is. Nice big cake. Thank you, Dolly Parton, or however you say it. Dolly. That's all you have to say is Dolly. This is not her recipe, but I used her cake. I think I'm going to call it a triple coconut cake. If you just want to make a drizzle to go over this, you can do that too. You know, you don't have to make the cream cheese icing. I haven't put a full coat of icing on a bundt cake in a little while. So that's why I wanted something different, make something different for my hubby. He's going to be so thankful because he ran out of dessert yesterday. And I told you he's got to have that morning dessert. Now, see, I don't think I needed 5 cups. That's not my cup of tea. That's too much. And you know, this might not be enough to absolutely put a layer on this so thick that you can't see through. And if you want to put that much on there, go ahead. I just didn't want to put any more sugar than I already had in the cake. This video is going to be a little bit long anyway, and so let me finish icing it and we'll be back. Okay, let me grab my little cloth here and clean up my mess. Look what a cake. Now, we're going to take some, I toasted some coconut. All you do is put it on your eye. Just watch it real close. Don't leave it. You will scorch your coconut. But isn't this something? I mean, wouldn't this be beautiful for any holiday, any get together with the ladies at church, or you need to take something somewhere that you just want to be spectacular? That's what this is all about. And that's why I'm going to call it a triple coconut bundt cake. Okay, let's get a pretty picture of that. Whew. Okay, look at this cake. I'm gonna tell you, look how moist. Can you see that it didn't even set up by itself, except just long enough to get a picture? Young'uns, I'm gonna lay it down. I'm gonna lay it down. Look how moist this cake is. Oh my goodness. I want you to know this is probably one of the best coconut cakes I've ever eaten. Oh my. A bakery couldn't compare with that. My goodness. You all have to make this cake. It is fabulous. Fabulous. I love desserts so good, and I love baking, and I'm not no baker by no means, but I know a good cake when I taste one, and this one is fabulous. It definitely earns the name that I gave it of triple coconut bundt cake. And you don't need to put anything bigger than the recipe for the icing on it, because I've got a little puddle right in the center. That's extra. It does not need any more icing. Wow. That's all I can say. Every once in a while I scare myself, and this is a good cake. So I will see y'all next time. I want you, if there's any way possible to make yourself one of these and make it and take it, be sure and tell them this recipe comes from Farm Cooking with Nan, because if I ever do a dessert cookbook, that will be in it, definitely. So just want to tell y'all how much I love you, tell you how much the good Lord loves you. Young'uns, I can't even begin to tell you how good that he is to me. He's good to me, and I know he's so good to you all. I pray about the recipes that I make, and I might get an idea from seeing a picture, and the next thing I know, God's told me what to put in it. That's my God. That's your God. And when you pray about something, God will send you to where you need to be. And I just thank him and praise him. This is so good and so moist and so delicious. It's not over the top to where it screams fake coconut. No, it's just delicious. And I hope you get a chance to make it. And I hope the good Lord blesses you this week. I hope he just pours his abundant blessings out on you. Get up every day. Speak to the Lord when you get up. Say, good morning, Father. He should be the first person that we speak to. I had not planned on saying any of that, but it's funny how God tells me what to say. And so, you know, sometimes we forget the Lord. We forget that he brought us through the night and gave us sleep. We do. We should be thankful. Well, young'uns, go make you one of these. You will not, you won't be, you won't feel bad about it at all. That's all I've got to say. You definitely have a wonderful cake here, and it's huge. It's a big cake. And so I will see you all next time, Lord willing, and we'll do another recipe, okay? Or go out on the farm or something. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.